All right, President Biden has me cracking up, and the Democrats are on offense today. But first, a Fox News host genuinely just admitted that Trump was the one who ducked the potential Fox News debate, and that VP Harris was down for a second debate. After that, President Biden went on The View and delivered a final knockout blow towards Donald Trump, and it has me cracking up. The common theme throughout today's video is that the MAGA movement is currently falling apart from within, and the Democrats are doubling down, ready to bring this election home. Now, it is a coin flip right now. Donald Trump could easily still win, so we have to mobilize, but with 41 days to go, we have to put in this effort. Make sure you leave a like, make sure you subscribe. We have no time to waste. Let's start off with this press release from VP Harris that was just released. She said, Republican Senator Mitch McConnell slams Trump's national sales tax. McConnell said, quote, "I'm not a fan of tariffs. They raise prices for American consumers." And this is important because Trump's plan is an estimated $4,000 per year tax hike on the middle class. He doesn't understand what tariffs are, and they would have the opposite effect of what he says. Just minutes after Donald Trump wrapped up his speech in Savannah, where he bragged about his plan to enact a national sales tax, Republican Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell slammed Trump's top economic plan, saying it would raise prices on the American people. And Trump promises to implement his national sales tax with or without Congress. Trump's entire shtick is subverting the will of the American people, subverting the checks that exist in Congress or in other institutions, and doing things unilaterally. He wanted Mike Pence to unilaterally decide the election. I mean, Trump shut the government down when he wanted to get his way with the border wall, and he would do the same with this terrible, terrible policy. This brings us to a Fox News host. Bret Baier admitted that Kamala Harris was down for a second debate and that Trump was not. Take a listen.
The latest is I actually believe, this is me talking, that the Harris campaign would do a Fox debate. It's the former president has come to the conclusion that there really shouldn't be another debate. Now, his reasoning, don't know. I always thought that it would be like a bug zapper in the backyard for the former president, and that he couldn't get away from the light of 70 million viewers, and that he would have to eventually, just knowing him, do it if it was on Fox and something he could agree to. I'm getting the sense from him in the campaign that that they are moving past it, and they really the holdup is not the Harris campaign and Fox. It is the former president.
You know Trump is scared when he won't do a debate in his home territory, and I think part of the reason Bret Baier is coming out and saying this publicly is because he kind of wants to pressure Trump into doing this debate. I think he wants the national recognition of having hosted this massive presidential debate. Bret Baier wants to be in the spotlight, and Fox News said he would have been one of the moderators for the debate, so he's kind of trying to apply a little bit of public pressure, in my personal opinion, but Trump will only listen to himself and nobody else, so if Trump doesn't want to do a debate, if he knows that he's going to get embarrassed, he won't do it. But this only supports my broader point that MAGA is falling apart from the inside. I mean, look at this video of Alex Jones melting down today after he learned that his entire company, his life's work, is going to be liquidated. Sorry, not sorry, Alex Jones.
I want to show you the clip. I want to show you the clip. Show the clip, 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 show the clip. Here it is. Start it over. Oh,
he had a manic meltdown during his entire show today, yelling at the people on his staff because everything that he worked for is about to be gone, and I don't feel bad whatsoever. Again, MAGA is falling apart. Here is an unearthed video of Trump ally Steve Bannon encouraging his followers to go read Project 2025.
This is called power. It's all free. You go to project2025.org, you download, first off, they get the policy background. You start to immerse yourself in the policy. Then they allow you actually to volunteer and build your own profile to be one of the 3,000.
This isn't just a close ally of Donald Trump. Trump trusts Steve Bannon with his life. Time and time again, we have Trump's closest allies saying, hey, the Heritage Foundation is coming up with a plan that is guiding the policy for the second Trump administration. It is largely built off of what Trump did in his first administration, like Schedule F executive orders, and then Trump has the gall to say he has no connection. Here is another unearthed video of Project 2025 director Paul Dan saying that they have executive orders written for the Trump administration. How much more clear could it be? And it actually annoys me that people on Twitter try to gaslight me and thinking that Trump has nothing to do with Project 2025. I was arguing with somebody about this last week, and they would not admit that this is real.
Pillar 4 is our game plan. We're drafting the regulations, the executive orders. All these things are going to be teed up so we can go in and the president can basically start signing after he or she utters, "So help me God."
That's what they keep saying on day one. And it says that in Project 2025 many times. It talks about day one. It capitalizes day one like it's some big event, and it will be. If Trump gets a second term, on his first day, he will sign all of these executive orders, and one of them will be the Schedule F executive order that he signed during his first term that Biden rescinded. And this Schedule F executive order says that Trump can appoint tens of thousands of civil servants, not based on merit, but based on how loyal they are to him. He did this during his first term, and he's going to do it again on day one. And then once he has all of those civil servants under him, he is basically free to do whatever he wants with no checks or balances. Here is President Biden roasting Trump, and this had me cracking up because the end of this clip, he makes a really clever joke. I mean, I think Biden seems a lot more relaxed and sharp now that he's off the campaign trail. I don't know if you guys are getting that vibe as well. Let me know in the comments. But he seems to be a lot more jovial, a lot more relaxed and playful, and even sharper now that he's not campaigning.
And look, I never fully believed the assertions that somehow there was this overwhelming reluctance of my running again. I didn't sense that. And although the polling, as I said, Biden's polling was different, the fact of the matter is my polling was about, we're always within range of beating this guy.
Yeah.
And, what I did was, I think there were, it makes sense. There were some folks who would like to see me step aside so they have a chance to move on. I get that. That's just human nature. But that wasn't the reason that I stepped down. I stepped down because I started thinking about it. You know, it's hard to think of, I know you're only 30, but it's hard to think of, it's hard for me to even say how old I am. No, I'm serious. I don't know.
Why is that?
I give my word. It's like, holy God, that can't be right. that just can't be right.
I'm your age, by the way. The number gives me vertigo. No. Yes, it does. I am. I'm your age.
No woman close to me is as old as I am. None.
I'm telling you, sir.
Right now they are.
And Mr. President, do you think had you stayed in the race, would you have won?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was confident I would beat Trump.
Listen, I
He's a
didn't like
loser.
the way they did it. I'm going to just say it out loud because nobody says it out loud. I didn't like the way it was done publicly. I thought they could have done this in a different way because we didn't need to hear all the inner fighting. I didn't like it. I'm saying it to you. You were my ride or die. I was going wherever you were going, that's what I was doing. So I just wanted to say that because I always felt you were going to probably do 4 years and then try to figure out where to go with Kamala. Then he just wouldn't go. He was like a bug. He just kept being there. He was like a bug right there. Zzz. So you felt... what was needed, and you did it, and I just want to say thank you, but thank you for everything you've done in my entire lifetime.
Let me tell you, when President Biden smacked the desk like that, I was cracking up. He's incredibly charismatic, and I wouldn't be surprised if MAGA now uses that as an example of Democrats threatening violence because Biden makes a simple joke. But back to my broader point, MAGA is melting down, which I have one more clip to play for you, but first, I want to show you that Democrats are taking this opportunity to be on the offensive. So we can use the Mark Robinson campaign as an example, but we can just skip over that because we're all familiar with it. This new article reads, Trump sexual assault accusers speak out in new ads, and the man behind them is familiar. Donald Trump is an adjudicated sexual assaulter, one woman proclaims. We cannot elect this man as president. George Conway, a conservative attorney, shout out to him, who married Kellyanne Conway, released a new ad that shows all of these people that Donald Trump sexually assaulted talking about it. Watch.
My name is Natasha Stoynoff. In 2005, I went to interview Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago. At one point, Melania went upstairs to change her clothes for the next photo shoot, and Trump said to me, I want to show you this beautiful painting, this beautiful room. He leads me to this room, pushes me against the wall, and starts kissing me forcefully. I tried to push him. He kept coming back at me. I was in shock and smothered, and he had his hands here against my shoulders. I felt sick inside. I felt horrified, and thank goodness the butler charges into the room. Like many women, I blamed myself. So Trump turned to me and said, "You know we're going to have an affair, don't you?" And Melania was approaching. I was horrified. When the Access Hollywood tape came out, and also stories of many other women, including E. Jean Carroll, I realized I was not to blame.
This is very powerful, and they released a series of ads of people talking about their experiences over and over, and I won't play all of them. You can find them on the Psychopath YouTube channel. I'll link it in the description. But then this article reads, "The evidence will be powerful. Legal experts say Jack Smith is about to drop a bomb in the Trump case. Legal scholars expect a bitter fight over what evidence may be redacted from the public, but Jack Smith just secured a huge win as he is expected to submit an oversized brief in former President Trump's election interference case in DC by Thursday. And the brief won't be public until right before the election, so people are speculating that this could be the October surprise. And I will make a more thorough video about this as it unravels, but this reads, "The Mueller report was 400 pages of we didn't find anything. People say we didn't find anything, but there were connections. This will be 180 pages of evidence, and the evidence will be powerful," Cobb said, who is a former White House lawyer for Trump that is now working against him. And the Mueller report did have a lot in it. I don't trust what he's saying right there, but he is true that this 180 page paper from Jack Smith should be powerful because Jack Smith is an incredibly quick, concise writer that is able to show crimes. I want to end you off with this video. It is so hilarious to see an unhinged Roseanne Barr pushing election denialism and January 6th conspiracies at a Tucker Carlson event. She is screaming into the mic. I mean, this is like your drunk aunt at an event that doesn't know when to stop. And all of the people in the crowd paid for this.
They overthrew the constitutional republic of the United States of America. And then they covered it up with their January 6th bullshit.
Republicans will say that VP Harris has an annoying voice and they'll sit there and listen to this all day. Just give me a break. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you appreciate what I do, make sure you leave a like, drop a blue heart, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you have a great rest of your day. We have new mugs, Rosie the Riveter mixed with Kamala, 15% off in the description below. Peace out.